A little tale of Janet and John, here for your delectation. Janet and John go to the shoe shop. Today, Janet and John are going to buy John some new shoes. John likes shoes. John has 215 pairs of shoes. See Imelda Marcos. John puts on an aquamarine crushed velvet suit with leopard skin accessories and a big floppy hat with a feather. John is a popinjay. On the bus, John sees Mrs. Cashmore from the village. John says,
I have to buy some new shoes today because I've bought a new boat, and I want to get some deck shoes to wear on it.
See John show Mrs. Cashmore a picture of his new boat. Do you think the Golden Rivet is a funny name for a boat? Mrs. Cashmore says... Mrs. Cashmore says, I once had a sail around the Windward Passage. Lucky Mrs. Cashmore. Soon the bus arrives in town. Janet and John start to look in all the shoe shops. Janet says, You're taking an awfully long time, John. I think I'll go to the cafe and wait for you there. Do try and behave this time. My hand still hurts from putting you across my knee in the supermarket last week. See John flinch as he waves goodbye to Janet. In the first shop, John sees some very nice deck shoes and tries them on. See John admiring the new shoes in the mirror for 20 minutes. Mrs. Montague, who works in the shop, says, They look very nice. Would you like to buy them?
Yes, please, says John. But I think the laces have got a bit tangled up.
While Mrs. Montague is on her knees untying John's laces, Mrs. Montague says,
Works every time. That's why I've got 200 pairs.
Mrs. Montague says, I think you used to come in here a long time ago.
Yes, says John. I remember now. You used to have long brown hair.
That's right, laughs Mrs. Montague. So did you. You used to buy those pixie boots that were fashionable in the 80s. I found some in the stock cupboard the other day that were your size. Do you have felt or leather? I'm sure you'll remember if you saw them. Would you like to come in and have a look?
Yes, please,
says John. Kind Mrs. Montague. I think I know what it is.
Yes.
In a few minutes, Mrs. Montague finds the box with the pixie boots in pink leather, and John tries them on. They are a perfect fit. John is very excited. See the damp patch. John pays for both pairs of shoes and skips across to the cafe to meet Janet. Janet is sitting at the table with a cup of coffee and a big slice of chocolate cake.
Hello, Janet,
says John. Hello, John, says Janet.
That's just like her. No.
What fun. Janet says, Did you manage to find some shoes?
Yes,
says John.
I saw Mrs. Montague in the shop, and she had just what I was looking for in the stockroom, which was a great relief. Because she was on her knees, I didn't recognize her face at first, but the top of her head looked very familiar. Then she reminded me all about when I used to go in the shop. She said she wanted to show me something I hadn't seen since the 80s. Neither of us could remember if I'd felt uppers before. And the pair she showed me was still in nice condition, and a lovely shade of pink. I was so excited. I just had to splash out on them, too. Can you nail someone's jacket to a cafe table with patisserie forks? Janet can. See Janet rub chocolate cake into John's hair. Poor John.